Hello, hello, everybody.
Hey everyone.
How's everyone doing? We got some couple familiar faces in chat, couple maybe new faces. Halo Boy 456, Amplitude Faux Life. Thanks a lot, man. How's everybody doing? Steph, you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. You know,
Good.
it's it's nice that the weather isn't as deadly as I was fearing it might be
Right.
this time of year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Because last year the heat wave here in Paris lasted a lot longer than the 2 weeks we got.
Yeah, I know. I have a feeling another one's going to sneak up on us and
There's probably going to be another one,
yeah.
but we're lucky compared to some other parts of the world where it's been super hot and not
Yeah.
climbing down.
Definitely. So everybody just noticed wrong release date for Humankind. Yeah, our about section might be a little off. Sometimes I forget about it a little bit, but I'll go in there and
Right.
update
There's
it.
an about section on Twitch, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. They've kind of like those little tabs at the bottom of your stream. They've kind of hidden them a little bit more than they used to be a little more up there, but you know, yeah, I'll go in there and update it. I also have to add a tab for Endless Dungeon, and I guess I have to update the time. Every time that there's daylight savings, you have to switch the start time of the stream on Streamlabs. So that
Oh,
might be why. Yeah.
I guess that's why they were talking about the um, countdown being an hour off.
Yes, exactly. I'm a bad streaming specialist. I'm sorry. But today,
I don't know, given what we see with basically every streamer, this seems fairly normal because there's always that one thing you forget because there are just so many things to keep in mind.
yes, definitely. We've been very, very busy here at Amplitude lately, but I think it's going to shape up to be a good thing, especially for all of you out there and all of you waiting for Humankind and some of the other stuff that we're working on. So,
And
um,
yes, Stream Chat is pointing out this is something now I forgot because it went live I think 7 minutes ago. We have a new vote for Endless Dungeon.
ooh, very nice. What's that one on?
The name of the Craver and the cowboy hat. It is.
Really?
Let me see if I can remember the options.
Okay.
It was two pairs, Blaze, or the Earl.
Wow. All right. All right. I won't. You know what? I'm not going to say which one I like the most. There is one that I definitely like the most, but I'm not going to influence what the chat thinks. Y'all can go to gamestogether.com. And can you go gamestogether slash endless dungeon? Gamestogether.com
No,
slash endless dungeon?
and I don't know if that works.
But either way, you can go to
I think that there
gamestogether.com.
might be something else in between.
Right.
Just
Yeah. One of those URLs. Um, but
yeah, right. There's an Amplitude Dash Studios between GamesTogether.com and Endless Dungeon.
okay. But if you go to gamestogether.com, on the left side there'll be an endless dungeon tab, so you can click that and then head over to the vote there, and have your say, But today on stream we're playing some Endless Space 2. We were playing some Endless Dungeon for the past couple weeks. We also had some Humankind sprinkled in there a little bit, but today we're back with Endless Space 2, and I think we're gonna play as the Lumeris. Actually, I don't think we've done that on stream. Can you confirm or deny that, Steph? At least since I've been here.
I think I played as the Lumeris on stream once, but it's been a while.
Okay, so yeah, we'll do that, and I'll actually share. I'll do Parsec with you, Steph. You can connect my
Let's see if it works.
PC. Let me know if you're able to.
Yeah, let me see if I can actually, click on stuff without the weird thing that it does sometimes, where my mouse jumps between my two screens.
Right.
No, seems to be working fine.
Seems to be good. Amazing.
And just because we this will otherwise always break the UI.
Yeah,
Let's
we
take the
always do
broadcast
that.
off.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll play as the Lumeris. Can I see the Buccaneer skin? I don't know if.
Wait, yes, we can see it. If I turn it on and then go here, then we should see it. You can see here it's
Very nice.
a little more black and gold than the usual white.
Yes, very cool. Let's praise the Lumeris. Lord Desmodus, welcome. Loving the Cowboy Craver idea. A fistful of dust. Yes, absolutely.
Now that you say it, I should have put that one in the description. Or in his case, I guess 4 fistful of dust.
Right.
The good, the bad, and the Horatio. Yes.
Very nice. Very nice. So we'll play as the Lumeris. I guess like fast speed and all this good stuff. These competitors look okay, right?
Yeah, I think we can crank the difficulty up at least a little.
All right.
Not too much, because you know the streamer's curse of you're playing on stream, you're paying attention to chat, so you're making mistakes.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, at least I use that as my excuse.
Wait, this is one we always forget.
What's that?
The animation speed of the ships moving on the
Right.
map.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
We forget that every time.
Yeah. So chat, how's your week been? Y'all doing okay?
Wait, we have other Lumeris in here, so let's switch that out. Let's see, maybe Hisho?
For Hisho? Gets
Danny, Hisho, Safan, Horatio, Riftborn, Unfallen. Yeah,
satisfy
that should be a nice spread. You know, some aggressive factions, some we might be able to ally with. And Horatio,
you gotta
doing
have
Horatio things.
you gotta
no
have
idea
Horatio.
what he's going to do.
We got Hisho in there for our boy Dragon Gaming in the chat.
And I think let's go for a twin elliptical, so we have, you know, possibly have the 2 blocks forming.
I always just restart for a good location. You a streamer, the Orc brother? Yeah, that's kind of the that ends up being the thing. Oh, somebody's at my door. I'm not gonna get it. I'm doing that classic thing. Somebody rings your doorbell. I'm not expecting.
You're not gonna get it, and then, you know, after the streamer realized, oh no, that's the package I've been waiting for 3 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. I'm at work right now. Nice. Thanks for tuning in.
Just, you know, make sure you either don't get caught or your boss is okay with it. After all, you know, not everybody can get away with saying, oh, the stream is part of work, like we do.
Right. That's very true. That's very true. I love this opening.
The second he walked in, I knew the kid was different. He'd take risks, break the rules that tied my hands. But he ignores the codes, goes overboard.
That dust, powerful stuff. No personal use. So we collect it, invest it.
And he misuses dust.
Complaints get handled here, not in back alleys.
Applies, shall we say, unnecessary force. Maybe he knows dust, but I know the families. And I need both of those to take the galaxy.
We're running on hard difficulty. The Orc brother. Right?
Oh.
We chose hard. Yeah?
Yes, and I'm just realizing this is probably, again, you know, one of the times where we have first time stuff pop up. because
Right.
We haven't configured it on this PC yet.
Right.
Yep, there it is, the tutorial. Which at least proves that, you know, we didn't play the Lumeris while you were working from home.
Yes. Exactly.
Then it would have remembered that we've played them.
Yeah. Can't hear what they're saying. Oh, I guess he didn't have the subtitles either because our cameras were covering it. Sorry about that. It's always
I had
that's
the weird situation that even though the parsec, the sound is turned off,
yeah.
so I don't hear you double. I could hear the game.
You still have game audio?
Not loud, it's like super quiet, but I could hear the game.
Oh.
I'm wondering if I'm hearing it through your Discord connection, like your microphone is picking it up or something.
Oh, is it out loud? Maybe my headset's just so loud that it's just blaring through.
or it's just Parsec doing something weird where it still picks up a small part of the desktop audio.
Right.
All right, the hero. What kind of hero was this one again? Right, a seeker. In that case,
Yelchin.
create.
Yelchin kind of looks like a more fit Shrek. He's got the little
Yeah.
antenna or
I guess somebody once told him that the world is gonna roll him. Right, he needs to regenerate the robes first before I can use them.
Void Artifact. I'm gonna let this stream play as I dominate the galaxy with pure United Empire patriotism. Nice. Very nice. Channel the power of Zelavis's beard.
Yes. the United Empire patriotism is always powered entirely by Zelavis beard.
Right, exactly. You got booster cables coming from it, and you're just powering everything. XTRV L? What is that? Like a little alien or something? Nice. We are, chat, we're trying to work out a way to get some cool emotes on the channel. We're testing things out. We don't promise anything, but it would be awesome. Because we have some great ones on our Discord, Steph. They're amazing.
We also have some horrifying ones on our Discord.
Absolutely.
Like normal forehead Horatio.
Yeah, that's terrifying. That's just a ball.
That one, that's like a cursed one.
Every year on the
So
anniversary.
should we read out the quests?
Yes, sure. This is a long one.
Yeah, let's. I mean, I think it looks longer than it actually is because
Okay.
it's a very small text window.
Yes.
Business as usual. I'd shoot out Arden after that fiasco. He managed to upset all 3 of the other families, not to mention a few of my Mio siblings. How much clearer can instructions be than do what you gotta do and don't get caught? The kid had promise, but more papilla than propriety. Brash is good, but brash and canny is better. As the current head of the families, I wanted to keep the others off balance. Not start a war. It doesn't matter, he said. They don't understand dust any better than we do. They'll be back, one by one, to do business with us. New business. Galactic business. Measured in dust, not Sakan. What do you know? First was Oros Arachio herself. In a wheelchair, but with eyes that glinted like harpoon tips. She pointed a limb toward the sky and said, "Up there. We're going up to go there. Build there. No zoning laws, no building codes. Give me access." When she leaned forward, it was like she was ready to spear a fish. Let's get rich. The Meos, the Arachio, together. She left, and Arden and I had barely started discussing the possibilities when Irio Felbarda strode in, worth 3 million Sakan, but looking like his clothes cost 10. No detritus. Here's the deal. Developing space means stations, ports, docks, and factories. We know there's cheap labor out there, and no workplace safety hassles, and whiny environmental regulators. The Omokar can develop the galaxy. You bring us in, we cut you in, everybody wins. And late at night, sometime after their evening service to their whale gods, Jodan Korn Adilansenum arrived, ready to sell seawater to a squid. You know what you need, and I'll tell you anyway. Exploration, protection, freight, tourists. You need ships. Ships, you say? Who do I go to? Yeah, that's right, Lancelum, us. Colonies and outposts mean trade, travel, ships. Let's do this thing. He pointed out the windows. Boom! Arden and I were grinning at each other when he left, but for different reasons. So who do we work with? I mulled. Doesn't matter, he said. This is just the start of the game. We can pick and choose. But you know what the end game is gonna be? Expensive cologne. He leaned in. Expensive cologne. I wondered who else was paying him. Dust. All gonna come down to dust. So,
Amazing. I need you to read me bedtime stories.
do we go for the Aracho? Assimilate one minor civilization. The Amakar? Equally as liberal with safety regulations, I guess. Be present on at least 4 planets. That's, probably relatively easy to do. Or the Lancelum for all the ships. Discover 50% of the systems in this galaxy.
All right. What do you think, chat?
While we let chat think about that, I'm going to go ahead and see if there's anything else to manage here.
Yeah, chat, let us know. Do y'all go for something in particular? Eyes that glinted like harpoon tips. Love that. Jeff is it's pretty good at this, huh?
Yes, indeed he is. and also, he may be at his best, but also his worst when we let him off the leash for games like Dungeon of the Endless.
Right, yeah,
You know,
exactly.
where there's no holds barred on his humor. And he's like, oh, excellent. I can put in all of the puns that I want.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the marketing team looks at it and is like, and we thought we were bad about this.
Want to come join us? Booster cables hooked up to the best galactic beard. Awesome. Dragon Gaming, choose Omakar. Lancelum would take too long. Lancelum does look like look
Yeah,
like one that takes a
Lancelum
little
is a choice that's very much, on this galaxy size, yeah, probably medium. Like, we explore all of this, we got 50%. But on a tiny galaxy, it's way faster. On a huge galaxy, way slower. So yeah, Omakar is the reliable choice, I guess.
400
You know,
dust too.
this one can be super easy if you've already found one.
Right.
And, the rewards are not great for any of them. Like, okay, 50 Hyperium is okay, but not world-shaking in the long run.
Right. This is Art. Welcome, man. Good to see you. Void Artifact. If it's possible, we could get a pretty successful show based in the Endless Universe. I think there could be like a. There's a lot of cool story potential.
So much potential. Like, basically everything and anything is possible in the Endless Universe.
And anything and everything has been requested as well.
Including ratio dating games.
Yeah. Yeah. Heist movie. Endless heist movie, you think? Be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, of course that works. Like, there are so many prized artifacts in the Endless Universe, and even then you're already okay. Heist movie, but is this like Endless Legend based? It's like, the Forgotten stealing something from the Arden Agents or something, or is this Endless Space based and it's like in galactic scale?
Like a
heist?
galactic heist. Yeah. That's a good
Where
point.
it's like where you're already leaning a little bit in the Guardians of the Galaxy direction, I
Right.
guess.
Yeah. I was just gonna make that connection. It could be like Guardians of the Galaxy. Get like a ragtag crew of like, you get a Sophon in there. You can have like a little baby Unfallen.
Yep. Definitely
And-
necessary, I guess.
Yeah. Craver cooking show, yeah. Sophon's the hacker. So yeah, chat. If endless characters, factions were the Guardians of the Galaxy, who would be who? I mean, I guess Unfallen is
You
pretty.
know, Nefarious, I have to say, you know what movie hacking looks like, and you've probably even seen, you know, the YouTube sketches about how bad movie hacking is. So obviously, the choice for the hacker is the Craver. He's got twice as many hands, so he can type twice as fast.
Yeah. Who would be Drax though? Like a big buff he-show or something like that?
Could be a Craver. Though I guess, you know, for
Could be a
comedic value, it should be a Mavros.
Right.
He's like, you know, he could be, like you know, with Drax, it's. I mean, I don't want to call him stupid. But you know, there's certainly a certain way his mind works that doesn't quite run in the same direction as the rest of the crew.
Right. Yeah.
And like with the Mavros, he could be like, you know, brilliant as a scientist, but he still has this. His mind works sort of orthogonal to the way the other people think socially, and you know, nothing goes over my head would still work because
Right.
metaphor is not in his repertoire as a scientist.
Yeah, exactly. Rocket should be Calgeros. Okay. Are we excluding minor factions here? Whatever you want, Orc. Whatever you want. The Riftboard hides in a box and opens the safe from the inside. Very nice. The hacker should be an Umbral Choir. Okay, I can see that. Gamora fits the he-show style well. Yeah, good call. What? Mantis, actually, that's what that character looks like. What's our hero that we have? Sort of reminds me of Mantis a little bit. With the antenna.
Yeah, I guess.
Bit of a Lumeris. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful right there.
Just make everyone Horatio with different splices.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, and the heist is to steal a vial of original Horatio's genome, so they can splice that to become more perfect.
There you go. There you go. Are we writing the Endless Universe show?
The
on stream?
ultimate endless heist movie.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, speaking of Fisho,
Oh, there we go. Gamora's on her way.
Endless 11.
Who's the antagonist? Who is the antagonist? Who do you think?
Ooh. Probably Ysander, I guess.
I was just gonna say, maybe like a Vidyani.
Because, you know, nobody likes him.
the Academy as a whole. Okay.
But see, there's another option. You do a like My Hero Academia, or One Punch Man like hero training thing in the academy.
Right. Yeah. That would be cool, actually. That's another idea. I think the Endless Universe would be so cool. Like, you could do such a cool anime. But I guess Endless Dungeon has the Cowboy Bebop inspiration.
Definitely.
It's not an anime, but it's there. Zelavis? Possible. I mean, Isander is basically Thanos.
Yeah, I guess, except that Ysander wants to snap twice.
Right. Right. Lord of the Rings style show set on Origa. That's also a great idea. Apparently they've been filming that Lord of the Rings Amazon show for like over a year now. They've just been pumping budget into that thing. I wonder how it's gonna how it's gonna be. I like that idea, Void. Like that idea. How's our Lumeris doing over here?
Where did we find those? Ah, up here. I'm thinking we may need to see desert steps. Some of these we could maybe grab. Ah, we can grab this one though.
Amazon is making a Lord of the Rings show? Yes. Yes, it's been in development for a little while now. But apparently it's set to release, is it 2022, I believe?
I have no idea. I have actually not been following that very closely.
Yeah.
Mostly because, I'm already so behind on everything that it's like, new shows, oh no, please, my back catalog.
Yeah. I have so much stuff to get to. Like, not even just shows, books, movies, video games.
Books, movies, video games.
Shows,
everything.
But I have vacation coming up, so I'm going to try and get to a couple of the things.
2.5 weeks, that's nowhere near enough.
Yeah, no, exactly. What game should I play on my vacation? Chat? Or any book recommendations? Show recommendations?
And I'm going to try finish making my way through the Dune series.
Oh, yeah. The books?
Yeah. I mean, I started the second one, but only read like 2 chapters, and then I got kind of lost the thread in getting busy with other stuff.
Yeah, totally. I just don't keep up and let the social media bombard me with what I'm required to know each. Hey, I respect it. Have not watched. I watched the first 2 episodes of Loki. I'll probably get to that.
Oh yeah, that's one
during vacation.
I'm meaning to catch up on, I guess.
The thing with the Marvel shows, it's kind of hard to like. I love Marvel movies because I think it's because I'm so caught up on all of them. Like this last year, I watched all of them for the first time, so I know everything that's going on. It's really hard to recommend some of the new ones to people who haven't seen everything else.
Yeah,
because there's so many threads that are like.
Yeah, that's kind of my problem. Like with the movies, yeah, sure, I want to catch up on the movies, but there's that problem of I heard at one point that they want to make it so that the future movies they're making are actually making reference to the stuff happening in the shows, and there I'm like, no.
Yeah, please.
I do not have enough time to dedicate all of my media consumption just to Marvel shows to understand what's going on in one movie.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely.
That was kind of, pushing it too far, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I love them and I care about them deeply, but that's just because like I know everything that's happening. Like it's hard to pick and choose which Marvel movie you want to go see because it's like, oh, this is going to have something is going to reference this and I'm not going to get it if I don't watch this.
I guess the next movie I'm excited for, but I'm not sure if I will go and see it in theaters, is the Dune one.
Oh yeah. So that's still slated for this year? The end of this year?
I think so. I think it even comes out a couple of days earlier in France than it does in the US.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so down. I don't have a lot of Dune context except for Sting in his undies, but I mean,
if the movie is good, you won't need the context.
Right, exactly. Also, Timothée Chalamet is like the best looking person on earth, so I'm down to go watch him flip his hair around and fight in the sand. The Dune board game is pretty good.
I have that, and I haven't had a chance to play it.
No?
No.
Have you heard good things as well?
That's why I picked it up.
Right, yeah. Dune books are legendary. How was your experience with the first book? Was that the first time you ever read it?
Yes, and my experience was very much. My God, Baron Harkonnen is even worse than in the movies.
Oh yeah.
But my God, the movies cut out everything bad about Paul. Like
Yeah.
in the movies, at least in the ones I've seen, he always came out of like super heroic. But in the book, there's actually, I won't go into the details of what he does, but there's one line by a different character. The worst thing that can happen to your people is fall victim to a hero, or something like that. But the point is, a hero appearing is bad for the Fremen.
Right.
And yes, that character was definitely right.
So is he like? Do you mean he's a bad character, or he's?
No, as a character, he's a fascinating character, but he's not one would call a good person.
Good person,
necessarily.
right? Yeah.
He tries to be. At first, but eventually he kind of gets to that point where he's like, I cannot resist this fate.
Right. Does a big actor play him in the older movies, or is it somebody who
Don't even
never
remember
really?
who played him.
Yeah.
For me, it's always, when you give me a name for an actor, I'm like, who? And then you say, oh, he played this guy and this guy and this guy, and I'm like, oh, that actor.
Right. Rogan, can you convince Jeff to give us one last DLC, one last tribute? Yeah, Dragon Gaming, it's quite hard. If we had all of the resources in the world and all the time in the world, we'd love to keep making stuff. But we've sort of we put out, what was it, Dark Matter and Monstrous Tales, right? And I think those were sort of the bookends to Endless Space 2 and Endless Legend. So focusing on Humankind and Endless Dungeon.
Apart from the fact that there's still a Legend patch coming that we are having some technical difficulties with, so we couldn't release it yet.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what our focus is right now, and then Endless Dungeon as well is coming up. So Horatio Truck Driving Simulator when? Wow, that's the first time I've heard of that, and we gotta somehow make it happen. Paul is a very complicated character. Those are always the best ones.
That is probably a good way to describe why he was so different in the book than in the movies. That in the movie, all of those different aspects didn't really not come across or didn't make it into the movie for one reason or another. Might be that they never intended to show them. Might be that they had scenes showing them, but then they got cut because reasons, whatever.
Right.
Making a movie is a complicated process after all.
Right. This is art. I think it's a Middle Earth show. It happens sometime before the events of the main Lord of the Rings trilogy. I don't know much about it, but it doesn't follow like those characters or anything like that.
I mean, there's a lot of material they can cover before the main show.
Right.
After all, Tolkien wrote an entire history of that world, like from the beginning of creation, basically.
That is crazy. So that world has like this sort of rich history. Did he put it in like a sort of world Bible or something like that?
The book is called The Silmarillion, and it's
Oh.
Bible is probably a good word for it because it is written in a very much like this is a creation myth.
Wow. I'm stoked for Endless Dungeon. We're stoked for you to play it. Hey, Morbits, what's up? Welcome. you could probably take a PhD in Middle Earth lore.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if some universities offer
Offer that.
that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure there's at the very least like a Tolkien scholarship where they have a foundation that gives you scholarships to study.
Did you have any like just like really cool or strange courses in university? Like for me, I took a writing for TV dramas course in university, and basically, you know how they assign you textbooks that you have to go and buy? What I had to buy was season 1 of True Detective, and I just like you just watch that.
Well, cool
Which was cool.
courses I had at university, like two that come to mind was I had one course about using movies to teach English.
Okay, nice.
So that was cool because we got a lot of movie analysis and how to work with movies, and of course for that we also had to watch a lot of the movies.
Yep.
And for example, in the context of that class was the first time I saw what's the movie called? Gran Torino, the one with
With
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. Nice.
And another one that was really cool. I signed up to it as a literary class, but I wasn't sure what entirely to expect. I don't remember the name of the course, but it was about utopias in literature.
Very cool.
So we started all the way back with Utopia. Then Gulliver's Travels, Erewhon, and there was a fourth one we read. Of course, it was about utopia and dystopia, so we also read 1984.
Classic.
And the paper I wrote for it was on Blade Runner and Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep.
Okay. You love that book, right? Like that's
The book is great, the movie's great, but they're very different. So
right.
in my paper I also delved into how are the themes between the two different, etc., and what does it say, and it was a really cool course, and there was a lot of stuff. Even just reading Gulliver's Travels. When you hear Gulliver's Travels, people usually think about oh, he's in Lilliput with the tiny people, and some people remember, oh yeah, and he also went to a land of the giants. But there's 2 more parts to the book that most people don't even think about.
Right.
Like in one part, he stays with the horses, where human-like beings, but he doesn't actually call them humans as far as I recall, are servants to the horses.
Right.
And at the end, he prefers the company of horses to the company of men because he considers them wiser.
Wow.
So
I never read Gulliver's Travels.
There's a lot more to it than, or for example, he goes to oh god, I don't remember what it was called. Like in the third part of it, he goes to various other places, and like there's one place called Laputa, where they print new books by a giant machine that sort of randomizes the invention. And that, for example, is often referenced in other works, like
Okay.
The Castle in the Sky is named after that Laputa, because I think they actually had a floating city in Gulliver's Travels as well, but I'm not sure anymore.
Oh, cool.
Or for example, have you ever played Deus Ex, the original one?
No, not the original.
There's but you know the basic concept of Deus Ex, that
Yeah.
it's about human enhancement.
Right.
And in the original, you're a more advanced type that has been recently invented, and there are 2 of your colleagues and later adversaries are an older, more mechanical type of cyborg. And they have kill phrases, and the kill phrase for one of them is Laputan machine, referring to that book inventing thing.
Oh, I just messed with your cursor there. And thanks for the fish. Is that a book? Is that a...
Thanks for the Fish is a reference to the Hitchhiker's Guide of the to the Galaxy.
Oh, okay. That's another one.
What else do we need? Probably this, actually.
Well, there's the book recommendation you asked for then. Gulliver's Travels. That's the one I should get to. When was that, like how long ago was it written? Do you know, like,
I
roughly?
don't remember the exact year. Was it
Oh.
1700 something? I don't remember.
I like that season. Yeah, True Detective season 1 is amazing. I never saw
It was definitely during the Irish potato famine era because at about the same time he wrote A Modest Proposal,
Oh, okay.
which is it's definitely worth a read, but that one is crazy.
Yeah. Wikipedia says 1726. Wow. All right. Disturbing.
Yeah, disturbing is a good word for it. I mean, it was satire, but for context, since I suspect you and many in chat will not know what A Modest Proposal was.
No.
It was a pamphlet he wrote satirizing to satirize the British government, suggesting that, hey, we can solve the overpopulation and the famine in Ireland by just eating the children.
Ah. Wow.
Yeah.
Dark.
Yes, dark indeed.
Disturbing. Yes. Wow. Wowee. So what do we got going here? Do we just have this one system? Delphanus?
Curses the Riftborn snatched this colony from us.
Gyazar? Do we know where their home system is?
No, we haven't found it yet, and they kicked
Okay.
us out.
Oh.
I think we have one
Alright.
scout still somewhere in the no man's land. I'm actually going to grab this one for the resources there.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Let's
Colonizing.
see. Atmospheric.
Disturbing. Dragon Gaming, what do you think their story quest will be? You got any theories?
And where else do we need to send this guy? Alright, that's all fine.
I think.
No, I should probably actually research something to get this planet because it has Jadonics, and Jadonics is extremely useful.
Very nice. Return of the Spoon, welcome to the stream.
Wait, actually, we need
Welcome, welcome.
a warp drive. And where was it? Anomaly reduction. Oh, this is the one I was looking for.
Very nice. Spoon, you working on any crazy new art pieces or anything like that? Always love when seeing your awesome endless art in the Discord. May the fork be with you. Suggestion by Void Artifact. If a new Endless game is made after Endless Dungeon, perhaps something like Endless Legend but set on Raya? The two
Right,
major-
yeah, you know the United Empire home planet that had the whole Unification Wars thing going.
Ah. Alright. Alright.
Hey, we finally finished the business as usual quest. These guys look strong, eager, and not that smart. What else could you want in your factories? These minor civilization rubes look like they've never seen civilization before. They're happy to have a steady job. When is it? Oh, did we already finish the second step or something? Because we got the Black Tax Authority now?
Feel free to anger us.
Okay.
Okay, yes, that's
So
finished.
quest started.
Yeah, I think we kind of skipped over a quest step there.
Pleaded.
Own businesses. Oh. I know that was from some other quest.
Oh.
No, here it is. Yeah.
Working on something. A surprise for a friend. Amazing. Love it. That's cool. Like, if you're a great artist, your gifts to friends can be like just awesome work that you're doing. I need to make some artist friends so they can help me decorate my place. That sounds like a humankind mod. Oh, the Raya thing. Could be cool. I'm excited to see what everybody does with the modding in Humankind. It's going to be cool.
You know, that's actually something I might end up doing a bit during my vacation, is poke around in the modding tools when I'm not constantly busy with other stuff for work.
Right. Yeah. Just take the time to actually hop in there. That'll be cool. Unfortunately, I probably won't be able to do anything that crazy. But I'll poke around. It's never too late to learn. That's true. Stickman art is a go. Hey, you're speaking my language, Orc.
Hey, it works for XKCD.
Yeah, very true. Very, very true. I used to watch, like, did anybody ever watch the stick figure Death Theater stuff back in the day, back when like Newgrounds and Flash little videos and stuff like that were a thing? Nefarious, have you, or are you saying oh to something different? Learning to draw isn't that daunting. You just need to make a first step of admitting you suck at stuff you try for the first time.
Yeah, that's that is really the difficult part about it, is not getting demotivated. I've tried many times
Right.
and always failed at the do not get demotivated part,
Yeah.
because you spend a lot of time on a drawing and then you look at it and it's like, oh yeah, great, and I've met people who could do better than this in 10 minutes.
Yeah. I'm also scared of not being able to draw, not being part of my MO anymore. So that way when people are like, hey, can you draw it out for me? I can be like, no, sorry, I can't. When somebody says that, I will have to be like, well, sure. One stick figure killing everything on screen, blood everywhere. Yeah, exactly. Just like a stick figure that was just sick at martial arts. Just
Now I'm thinking, have you ever played One Finger Death Punch?
yes, it's just the one button, right?
Yes, and that's basically that as a game, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Sounds like
But
madness.
sure, they use stick figures, but the timing and the flow of the animations had so much impact.
Yeah,
It felt so meaty.
yeah, definitely. Stick figure with crazy martial arts and gun skills, and the katana is brandished. Good times, yeah. My friends and I would just like have a sleepover and just watch those stupid stick figure videos for like hours and hours. Eternal Sunshine. Good times. Good times.
No, I think we'd probably prefer if it wasn't Eternal Sunshine this summer.
Right, yeah. Did you ever watch like those in the like mid 2000s, I guess? Those like flash player like stupid animations on Newgrounds or whatever?
No, like mid 2000s, I really didn't have super reliable access to internet, I guess.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
Yeah,
we had
the-
like, you know, the PC I had at home wasn't really connected to the internet. It was
Oh,
just
yeah.
for working, so I had to always rely on the family PC in the living room.
Yes.
Well, early 2000s it was like that. Like mid to late, we finally had a router and I had my own internet.
I was just like a weird internet time. We're still figuring things out. I mean, I guess we're still figuring things out right now, but that was just like
I mean, what was that time when when your computer would scream every time you went online?
yeah, no kidding. Nobody could use the phone in your entire house. Those were the Wild West days of the web. Oh yeah, absolutely. Every person for themselves, just loading up a web page for 46 minutes, playing RuneScape, putting your parents' credit card down and being yelled at for just
I mean,
spending
I
all their
guess
money.
that part is still true these days.
that is very true. Just happens on a larger scale, I guess. Yeah, I used to play RuneScape and I used to just mine like copper ore for 6.5 hours a night. I don't know why.
Back in the day, you went to the internet to mine copper. These days, you go to the internet to mine Bitcoin.
Right, yeah, exactly. It's almost a full-time job. Yeah, exactly. So how are our Lumeris doing over here? Hacking operation.
Should we have?
RuneScape
I-
taught me English. Imagine playing it with no reading comprehension. Wow.
Yeah, actually, my English skills started to rapidly get better when I got into D&D and Magic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because for D&D, the English books were just way cheaper than the German ones.
Right.
And for English, I bought a bunch of used cards, and a lot of them were in English. And that's a game where, like, every comma can make a difference to how the ability works.
Wow, so you would buy the books and just like read the did they have like strategies and stuff like that in those books or
No, like for D&D, the books is of course the rule books. For Magic, it was just the cards, where it's like depending on to put it this way, like if you had 2 effects on the card, and it was a period, then it would be like, yeah, okay, this effect and this effect, they're independent, they both happen, even if you can't do the first one, because, like, let's say the first effect is destroy a creature and the second one is draw 3 cards.
right.
And like, oh, but there's no creature, then if there's a period, you could still play it, and it's like, oh, the first port, does more because there's no creature, but I still
Yeah.
draw the cards. But if it's like, destroy a creature, draw 3 cards, then it's like, oh, you destroy the creature as payment for drawing the cards.
Ah,
And
okay.
that kind of nitpicky stuff.
Yes. Oh, wow. So you really had to pay attention to those.
So
types
you
of
really
things,
had
yeah.
to pay attention. So that was like, and because I really had to pay attention to how it was phrased, I started to really pay attention to the English words, and so my English started getting a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. Are new MMOs coming out nowadays? Yeah, I think so. I know
I
that.
think there's regular people who try,
Yeah.
though I don't think anything ever gets, as successful as World of Warcraft was.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard a lot of them do pretty good still, though. Like the Final Fantasy one apparently is just doing great.
Yeah. I guess the ones that are doing okay are, of course, World of Warcraft,
Yeah.
the Final Fantasy one, and I guess Elder Scrolls Online is
Yeah.
working at least well enough for it to continue development. Like, it's probably not as big as World of Warcraft, but yeah, it seems to be at least big enough to keep going and keep getting new expansions.
Yeah. Hello to the hardworking Amplitude team. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Hey, Psychana, welcome. Will there be another beta?
Sakana's here. Quick, make sure that the birds don't declare war on us.
Will there be another beta before the Humankind release? I mean, it's coming out in... What is it?
5 weeks? 6 weeks?
5
Something like
weeks?
that?
Yeah. I mean, I won't confirm or deny anything, but we're pretty close.
Let's just stick with this.
Good job on the Endless Dungeon trailer. Looks lovely. Hey, thank you. Thanks for watching. Yeah, we're excited. I'm so excited for that. I can't wait to start, like, streaming it eventually. And
Yeah, definitely. I
Those are gonna be
really
good.
would love to stream Humankind, but we're not there yet, sadly.
Endless Dungeon, you mean?
Both, really.
Both. Orc Brother says, looking forward to your defense strategy, seeing as your empire is really spread out now, because we've got a couple gaps.
Yeah, it's going to be fine because I should now be able to. Oh, come on!
Feel free to
Converge.
I really need to turn off all of the auto notifications.
Yeah.
Yes, there it is. Can assimilate these guys. Of course, that quest fails, and we should be able to. Well, or more buildings in your empire within 8 turns. Oh boy. I'm not sure if we can do that one. But yeah, we can connect it up there.
Would Humankind affect a possible Endless Legend 2's design? I mean, we kind of like iterate on every
Yeah, it's kind of,
title.
always learning from past games.
Yeah. So whatever
But yeah.
whatever 4X we do in the future, we'll probably kind of take what we've been doing and
Alright,
iterate on that.
How many do we have? We're not going to boost that yet. So yeah, we are kind of being a bit snaky here, but I think that's going to be fine because that'll give us a nice long trade route.
Nice.
And I did mean to check what we have here. Snow. Because we will need to queue up a new tech soon anyway. Wait, it's arid. Where was snow? Here? Ice. Arctic. Where is it? Ah, there. Snow.
Very nice.
No, not terraform. I can't reduce that one yet.
I can't even imagine living on an ash planet. Like, that would just
Yeah.
be so sad. Are one of you a game developer for Endless Dungeon? We are.
I guess technically we are because as the part of the marketing and comms team, we're kind of above, below, outside this game-specific structure, and we're kind of responsible for all of them.
Yeah. I think like game dev is a pretty broad term.
Yeah, though
Sometimes.
Rogan, you've probably experienced that in some form on Twitter as well. The Oh, can I talk to a real game dev?
Oh yeah.
The com team sometimes get.
Yeah, happens definitely. Nice. I'm gonna look it up today for sure. Nice. Yeah, we have, I believe, 2 trailers now for it. The second, the first trailer doesn't have any gameplay in it, does it, Steph?
It does a little bit at the end. The
a
second
little
definitely
bit.
has more.
Yeah.
Also, the second one has the Craver and the cowboy hat.
Yes.
The first one has that song that, word of caution. If you're not feeling great, maybe don't watch the first trailer because that song is incredibly sad.
Yeah, right. Desert planets make lots of money, so that's a plus. What planet type would you want to live on, chat? I'm really feeling Mediterranean lately. Can't wait. Will we see a Draken in Endless Dungeon? I actually don't know. Atoll. Yeah,
I don't
Atoll
know
is good.
either. And even if I knew, I wouldn't be allowed to say it because if I did, we would have to reckon with Jeff.
Yes, exactly. So we're not.
And also
telling
the
you.
brand team.
Yes.
But the brand team, Rogan and I might be able to fight off together, but not Jeff.
Yeah, exactly. Jeff is just too
Oh,
powerful.
there's the capital at last.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Preferably a planet with a diverse climate. Ooh. All right. What would that be?
I mean,
Like
in reality, any planet, but the problem is with not just with Endless Space, with games like these,
Yeah.
you very often have this simplification of the monobiome planet because
Right.
it's easier to say, these people feel at home in forests, so we make planets be completely covered in forest.
Jungle or tundra? I mean, I think those are so low on my list. Jungle would be so low because,
I mean-
you have panthers and snakes and tarantulas and all this weird
Isn't
stuff.
Tundra just like home for you?
Yeah, that's why I'm here. Yeah, but very true, very true. Being from
I
Canada,
mean, of course,
tundra is...
being a bit cheeky, but I imagine that at least in winter, Winnipeg is probably has a certain tundra-like quality about it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I hate snakes and spiders, afraid of them. Oscar, you and me both. I'm afraid of even the smallest little bug. I'm not afraid to say
Well,
it.
I mean, with the spiders and stuff, as somebody once told me, he was from Morocco. He was talking about scorpions actually, but their scorpions are still an arachnid, so kind of related to spiders. It was
Yeah.
like, if you see a huge scorpion on your boot, it's fine, you can shoo that away.
Yeah.
You see a tiny scorpion, don't touch the boot because that one's poisonous as hell.
Ooh. Yeah, that's scary.
And that's often, I guess, often true that small animals often are quite venomous because that's the way they defend themselves.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. I was going for a hike near Los Angeles one time, and I was just like walking. I wasn't even like, I don't know what I was doing. I think I was talking to somebody beside me, and as I was walking, the person beside me stopped me, like they put their arm out, and I was like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And I look on the ground, and there was this big snake coiled up and just like doing its little tongue thing. It was the scariest moment of my life. Just right in front of, like, if I took 2 steps more, it could have just like snapped. Very scary.
Depending on what kind of snake it was, that probably would have hurt like hell, but been relatively harmless if
Right.
you'd seen a doctor,
Yeah.
or been actually dangerous, I guess.
Yeah. Calgarian. Very nice. Go Canada.
But when you were saying, I don't even know what I was doing, I was about to say, oh, like when I'm playing here,
What's that?
when you said, oh, I don't even know what I was doing. I was about to interject. Also, exactly like when I'm playing,
Right. Right. Yeah.
because
Exactly.
I don't feel like I know what I'm doing.
Me too. I never do. Jellyfish are the worst, though. Yes. Jellyfish are very scary.
Tube jellyfish.
What kind of jellyfish?
Tube jellyfish. They're, I think, near Australia,
Oh,
and they're like, small but also extremely.
it's always
extremely venomous.
Australia, hey? They always have the
Yes.
scary stuff. Yeah.
Riftborn!
Oh.
They snatched them first.
Gyazar.
This is unacceptable.
Box jellyfish. Yeah, we went to
Box jellyfish. I think that was the name.
That's what it is.
Yeah, in German, German they're called Würfelquallen. So, cube
Oh, okay.
jellyfish.
We were in the my girlfriend and I were in the French Riviera last year for vacation, and we were gonna go hop in the ocean and go just enjoy the waves, the salt water. And somebody came up to us and he was like, "Hey, the jellyfish are actually migrating like kind of late this year, and they're coming ashore. So like, just watch out." So we saw a couple people, like we heard a couple people get stung by jellyfish, and they were just like going on. It was very scary. I was like, I don't really want to go in the water right now. Box jellyfish. Ugh. Eeh. Scary. Australia's wildlife, I wouldn't be surprised if they had Hishone dragon. Yeah. Australia have kangaroos, terrifying spiders, and Hishone dragon as well.
I mean, I believe the Australian word for Hisho is emu.
Right, yeah, exactly. So they do, confirmed. Draken are a little harder. Do they have Komodo dragons over there? Is that more sort of like Southeast Asia, around there?
That one I'm not sure of.
I thought it would be cassowary. Let's just hope it's not seagulls. Or yeah, are those the ones with the weird sort of the way they eat?
The seagulls, yeah, the yawn.
Oh, the yawn.
I
Yes,
kind of
exactly.
traumatized us with.
Yeah. Seagulls yawning. If you
But,
haven't
I
seen
mean,
it,
yeah,
chat, go look it up.
It's a kind of, yeah, cassowary is definitely probably a good Hisho equivalent, but they didn't lose. Oh, pelican was it was, not
Pelican.
seagull.
Pelican.
Pelican.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I
Seagulls are
was,
smaller.
the Australians didn't lose a war, quote unquote, against the cassowaries.
Yeah. Yes. Pelicans. Yes. I believe they're a largest species of Komodo dragon in Australia that hunted things like. Wow.
I mean, Australia is the kind of place where you get a spider that sometimes eats small birds and snakes.
Yeah, and that's like not for me.
Yeah, it's like not cool. No.
Yeah. Everything in Australia just wants to kill you. Yeah. But that's the price you pay for living in such a nice place. Everything's after you. Yeah, pelicans yawning is disgusting. It'll scar you. So what are these Riftborn trying to do here? They have a couple of these
Oh, brother, let me check if they have. I think it was just coincidence, but
it's prime real estate. Same for shoebill. Is shoebill a type of bird?
yes. Oh no, the Burbs are at war with us.
Oh no. That's a shoe bill right there. Our shoe bill just like not very cool looking. The Hisho were probably
where was
emus in
Allura?
disguise. How
Yeah,
else
the
do you
Alluras
lose
are over here. They don't have the.
I'll
what
message
type of
you.
Auriga?
A shoe
Yes,
bill,
Auriga.
Rogan. All right.
Oh, Auriga's over here, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, since the Burbs just declared war on us, I think it is time and we develop some better equipment.
Money loving fish people versus samurai bird people. Yeah. Big fight. Who's your money on?
Depends. Are the Hisho seabirds that feed on fish?
Oh.
Because that I feel like that would, kind of make a difference for us.
Yes, the best time to prepare for war is when somebody declares war on you. I mean, that's just the way I play.
That's why I was saying I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah. I just take everything in stride. I'm reactive, not proactive when it comes to 4X games, which should probably change at some point.
For me, the important part about, I'm not proactive in 4X games is you can drop the active part. I'm not pro at 4X games.
Right. Right.
I enjoy them, but I'm definitely not, I'm no Spiffing Brit or Potato McWhiskey who can eke out the smallest gains.
Yeah, those guys they're like so good at these games, and they have such an eye for it. Hey, like
They especially have an eye for, finding the exploits.
yeah, yeah.
But hey, funnily enough, we just hacked Capital.
Ooh. So what are you gonna do? Infiltrate scanners, scramble, navigation.
Prevent all fleet movement for 3 turns.
Oh,
You
very
ain't
nice.
moving your fleets into our territory. Sorry, Burp. Right, this plays about 200 industry. That's fine. Whatever. No, wrong button. We can just do this and get a little more industry here by getting the level 2 modernization, and then it's not a great
Ooh.
ship, but it'll be a little bit of support
Yeah.
for when we get bigger ships, so we can at least put out 1 or 2 of these.
It's an attacker ship. Yeah.
Actually, let me check. They have 2 guns. How many guns do we have on this one? Also 2 guns. In that case, I think I might be using this one. Let's get the engine.
Having a fat
That's good.
bank account means you can just buy ships, though. So hey, there you go. I think I may hop in after a bit of a hiatus to Mass Effect 2 today. Everybody. Took some time off after grinding
Yeah,
out Mass Effect 1.
Yeah, I've actually gone through the Horizon Colony there
Oh,
recently.
okay. Yeah.
And I was very amused that, because you remember that now I went to Ilium, and, maybe you remember that bug where when you met Conrad Werner, that adoring fan type guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And even if we were super nice and 100% power gun in Mass Effect 1, he would be like, oh, you shoved the gun in my face. And apparently, I never played Mass Effect 3, but Saikana told me, oh no, they actually, because they had that bug, they had him in Mass Effect 3 say like, oh, I overreacted. So of course they couldn't fix the bug for Mass Effect 2, for the remaster. So he's still like, I was like 100% Paragon, and I go there and he's like, oh, you shoved the gun in my face. And I'm like,
Right.
what? No. But the whole him acting the way he does, fine. Just
Yeah.
him saying you shoved the gun in his face when you never did is a bit weird. Like they
Right.
maybe could have cut that one line.
Yeah. Never got into Mass Effect. Tried twice, but it didn't. Hey, it's definitely. I definitely wouldn't recommend it to everybody. Mass Effect 2 is my favorite game of all time, but you got to be into that sort of thing. Kind of
Yep.
going through the dialogue options, kind of slow burn. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of CRPGs are because you spend so much time in the dialogues.
Yeah.
And but I was thinking about that recently actually, and it's like because there was an article where it's like, oh, fans are reevaluating Andromeda now that the Legendary Edition is out, and some people were like, yeah, okay, it's better than we give it credit for. Others were like, no, it's still bad. But I was thinking about it, and yeah, there's definitely things that Andromeda did better than at least Mass Effect 1 and 2. As I said, I never played 3.
Yeah.
Like the planets were way more interesting to explore than the probably randomly generated and then tweaked territory in Mass Effect 1. Where,
Yeah, definitely.
you bounce around on with a Mako.
Yeah.
And the combat definitely, it was at that level of Mass Effect 2 for how the cover worked and all of that, and you had a bit more mobility, but you lost control over your squad mates, so that was
Right.
the downside. The one thing I think where it really fell flat is that it didn't have that same strong hook as Mass Effect 1. Where, in Mass Effect 1 you come in and it's like, this is a routine mission. They just want to see how you do and evaluate if you expect the material. And then you immediately get, Saren being a traitor and the mysterious beacon and all of that. And you're immediately like, something big is going on here.
Sorry, that's Mass Effect 1 compared to Andromeda?
Yeah, in Mass Effect 1. And in Andromeda, it's... I mean, in the first mission, the rider's father dies, but you're like, you don't have any investment
Yeah.
in the characters yet.
Yeah,
So there's no
exactly.
impact to it.
Yeah, it's in Mass Effect Andromeda is really fun to play. Like the gameplay is really, really good. It feels really good, like the double jump and like the little boost that you get and stuff. I really like that part about it. But yeah, you're right. Like the hook didn't really get me, and I wasn't really like
Yeah,
as
it's kind of like,
invested.
the environments were great and they were, pretty fun to explore, and they definitely also more nailed. Oh, I don't remember what it was called, the Nomad. The Mako
Yeah,
equivalent.
yeah.
Like it was
the
way
Nomad.
more obvious where are the parts you're supposed to be able to drive and which parts are where you're not supposed to go. Because in
Right,
Mass Effect
yeah.
1 you always had this, oh, I can get up this hill if I'm just persistent. Like the Skyrim horse problem, I guess.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, Skyrim, climbing mountains in Skyrim is just like the most broken, dumb, amazing thing ever.
But even like, yeah, of course the riding is always hit or miss. But with the exploration as well, it wasn't just this. There's like 2 actually interesting points on the map, and the rest is just like something where you hack something and you find a couple of items. But they
Yeah.
actually had like quests scattered around because they only had like 5 planets
Yeah,
and fleshed them out instead of having all the unexplored planets.
right.
But yeah, it missed that hooking you into the story, and that's why also when I started it and I played a bit, and then I just put it down, and then luckily that's perhaps why this is one of the first times some people in chat here mentioned it in a positive light. I went back to it like half a year later after they had released all of the patches fixing the worst broken stuff,
Right.
so I didn't suffer through all of the worst broken stuff.
The funniest thing was like the eye animations where they're just like always opening them really wide and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, facial animations are really hard. So
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
willing to cut them some slack there.
Totally. Totally. Another dating sim. Horatio dating sim. It's good when a studio cleans up game. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I probably could have, used even more patches, but what game doesn't need even more patches?
Right.
I don't think
yeah.
there's ever been a game where you could really say, no, there's no more bugs than this, we're done fixing it.
Yeah.
It's more, we're done fixing it because we can no longer invest in fixing it.
Yeah.
Ah, excellent. Our frigate is done.
I don't think I own Love Thyself. Hey, you can just grab it for free whenever you want. If you want to add something more to your back catalog.
Yes, you can grab it for entirely free on G2G.
Pong was pretty finished on release. Yeah, that's true. Tetris. Do you think Tetris had any bugs?
I'm pretty sure it probably did, and Pong probably had bugs as well. It's just
Yeah.
they're I guess they feel like smaller bugs because of the different scope.
Right, yeah. Very true.
Yeah, right. The spin bug.
Charging
What, it would
battery.
just like endlessly spin?
No, you could somehow abuse the spin function. But I don't
okay.
remember the specifics.
Isn't there like a strategy called T-spins? Where you have one of like the T-shaped ones, and if you only had one space, you can sort of like maneuver it and like sort of spin it in.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I think that was also not intended originally.
Right, but now it's like the pro strat.
What do we put in this one? I guess maybe the repair module, so we can last a bit longer.
Oh yeah, did anybody get anything from the summer sale? The Steam
Okay,
summer sale?
I spent I think 160 euro or something.
What'd you get? Anything cool?
The Control, Horizon Zero Dawn,
Very nice.
Doom Eternal with the big edition with the DLC,
Wow, that's a great lineup of games right there.
and picked up the Civ 4 Complete Edition again because I realized there's a couple of Civ 4 mods I want to play, like Fall from Heaven 2, which I keep mentioning on stream,
Yep.
and I realized one, my Civ 4 Complete Collection is still in Germany.
Right. Oh, you have the
And two-
physical version.
Yeah, I had a physical version.
Cool.
And the reason I hadn't picked it up on Steam was like the base price for it on Steam is like 20 euro, and I bought the physical edition for 10. Why would I pay 20 on Steam?
Right.
But because it was heavily discounted, it was only like 6 euros. So I was like, okay, now I can pick it up because the other thing is, yes, I had the physical edition, but this is a modern PC, and they don't come with a DVD player anymore.
Right. Yeah. You don't have a disk drive at all, right?
Yep, and
Yeah.
I mean I could plug in an external one if I had one, so I would need to
Right.
get that. So the easy way was just pay the $6 to
Might as
have
well.
Civ 4 again.
Yeah. I bought Hades and Humankind. Wow, very nice. Was Humankind on sale during that?
I mean, you not on summer sale, but it's on the 17% sale
Still
until
the-
release.
Right. Void Bastards because you advertised it last time. Hey, there we go. I should get a cut of that. Void Bastards is a great game. That's a great pickup. Hades is so good. So good.
I'm glad the sale ended now though, because I bought those games, I saw the bill, and I immediately said no. I'm finishing this purchase now. Because I looked at my shopping cart. And not buying anything else on the Steam sale because there were so many other games I wanted to pick up.
Right.
Disco Elysium and a bunch of small indie games, and I was just like, no, this is enough money spent. My wallet is already sobbing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Mad Games Tycoon 2 Avorion. I haven't heard of that. Hades is really good. Yeah. Spoon, didn't you did like a dungeon, was it a Dungeon of the Endless / Hades crossover piece?
No, I don't think it was. I don't think it was dungeon necessarily because it was a Volter Zero.
Oh, okay. It was one of the
I think it was Real Kata as Artemis.
right. Yes. So it was an endless Hades crossover. Yes. Amazing. So good. You're so good. Seems like I bought lots of visual novels. That's cool. That's really good. Yeah, the Hades love is very strong in chat for
Still
good
need
reason.
to finish that.
Yeah, it's tough. Like,
There are so many games I still need to finish.
yeah. Yeah, totally. I think I've been a little better these past couple years, being like stick with a game till the end.
Yeah, I've been trying to be very, very strict about, Yeah, okay, of course, I still had the endless lowercase e games, the ones you can keep replaying, like, our games, Paradox games, Civ games, etc. on the side, but for, like, the bigger, like, story games where you have a definite end, it was like,
Yeah.
no, one, maybe two at most. Like, if there's, a really short one where I know I can finish that in, like, a weekend. Like,
Yeah.
when I finally play Journey, for example, yeah, I can squeeze that in one day.
Journey's
And then I was like, which one was I playing through? I don't remember which one I was. I don't remember which one I was playing. But then the Legendary Edition came out, and I was like, no, I can't resist it. The flesh is weak, but the mind is also weak.
Hades team always do really poetic games. Yeah, Supergiant, right? They're amazing.
Yes.
They're amazing. I still need to get to Pyre, which is one that I've
I
heard
haven't gotten to that one yet either.
amazing things about. Yeah. Like Transistor better than Hades, though. Fair enough. Still, yeah, I guess another
I think
Supergiant
Transistor
one.
was definitely a more condensed experience because it wasn't a roguelike.
Right.
Or roguelite, I guess. So you didn't have the repeated runs, and it was like. I mean, I guess I could pull up my Steam and check, but that would probably mess up my my connection here. But it's like, I think if you're good at that type of game, 8
Yeah.
hours maybe.
Okay. I was playing Pyre as on my lunch for a bit. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I've been here. Ever since it came out, I heard great things. Bastion is also one that I never played Bastion actually.
That one I would also say you can play because it's also not the kind of super long, expensive experience like Hades, because it's
Right.
also you basically you run every level once
Yeah.
and not multiple times.
One I would suggest to chat. It's I guess at this point couple years old, but I played Hyperlight Drifter this year for the first time, and I really enjoyed that. Really
that-
cool.
That one is also still in my backlog.
It's very cool. I did not understand the story at all, but it was just weird and amazing. I love those.
But now I'm kind of frustrated that I cannot remember which game I was playing before I switched to the Legendary Edition.
Was it the Warhammer one? 40K?
No. That one came out after the
Oh, okay.
Legendary Edition. And that one is also, not super long. You can slip that in because a mission takes like 30 minutes, so I can slip that in lunch break or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is we're done for, I guess.
Phoenix on YouTube. Well, maybe you could expect the upcoming 4K 4X game, Humankind. Never heard of it. Tell me about it. Fun hanging out with everyone. Have a good one, Orc Brother. Thanks for hanging out. JRPGs again. Octopath Traveler is also one on my list to get to. I've been getting more and more into JRPGs lately. I think Persona 5 Royale really sort of opened my mind to them a little bit more. I was never into like turn-based stuff before, with the exception of maybe the Pokemon games, but yeah. Yeah, Octopath Traveler, that's a good one. Also played Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is like, I guess that's not really kind of a JRPG, more of an action game right now. Wow.
One dude survived.
Wow. Lonely guy. Lots of reading with JRPGs. Yes. You guys sort of got to be prepared, you know? Like, you got to... That's... you got to go in knowing that you're going to be doing a lot of reading. Lots of fun, though. And Final Fantasy VII Remake is now in my top 5 favorite games. Mark of the Ninja, the remastered version. So good. I've never played that, actually.
Played it, but not the remaster. I played the original one.
Oh, yeah. Give that brave Lumeris dude a medal.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I think at this point, the sensible option is tactical surrender and try to recapture it.
Right.
Or else we're burning all of our population.
Grave defeat. Still looks
What's the
amazing
heck
at Decade
going?
Blade.
Oh god, it's taking way too long.
But chat, and I guess Steph, we didn't talk about this, but I think next week and the week after, both of us are away.
Yes.
So, I guess that means for the next couple weeks, no Thursday streams. But we'll be back refreshed, hopefully, in a couple weeks' time, and we'll be that much closer to the Humankind release.
Yep. And it was also, kind of a strategic error, I guess, in that, we had planned, we can do a stream with Will every month to say what we're doing on Humankind, what we're working on, and then both of us are gone at the same time for half the month, and it's like,
Yes.
So we don't actually have an opportunity for that kind of stream because we're both gone.
Yes, exactly.
So,
Well,
oops.
yeah, oops, sorry. But we'll have, once we come back, I mean, we're going to be less than a month out, and we'll be doing a lot more with Humankind. Definitely need some time before Humankind release. I'll be crazy. Taking vacation? How dare you? Yeah. We have to. It's right before the release. We gotta rejuvenate. And then release is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, release is probably going to be crazy times.
This is my
It
first.
always is.
This is the first game release I'm a part of in my career. Were you?
Yes,
You weren't.
same for me.
Yeah?
I mean, unless you count Love Thyself, but that was, a fairly small scale thing.
Right.
Other than that, it was only DLCs. So yeah, this
Yeah.
is first time for me
Yeah.
as well.
Definitely. It's gonna be cool. So we won't see a Draken play anytime soon. It depends. I can't promise anything. We do really want to get to Endless Legend multiplayer, but with the vacation and then coming back and Humankind being a thing, we'll see. We'll let you know. We would really like to.
What else can I get that will improve our chances? Guess
My
bigger
wrist.
fleets.
Bigger fleets. That's the answer.
Ah, excellent.
You should research Obliterator behemoths to get the Hisho homeworld. Switch
Yeah,
Lite.
I had actually toyed with that thought earlier, but we're a little far away from that at the moment.
Yeah. My wrists can't handle frenetic action games anymore. Strategic and turn-based is my jam now. There's nothing wrong with my wrists. I was always like that. Ungodly hour spent with Panzer General. I've never played Panzer General. Have you, Steph?
I think I played a demo once, but that's it.
Okay.
That is, from what I remember, also very, very tactical slash strategic series
Right.
with like very detailed units and like I think even supply lines and stuff like that.
Okay. Very nice. Yeah.
Though of course, I guess the theme of it's of course being Panzer themed, it's mostly the Panzer General theme games in World War II, so the theme
Yeah.
might not be for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a second hang now. Excellent.
I'm very all over the place. I like myself like a city builder, like City Skylines or something like that, but I also like really fast-paced FPS games. Like I play Warzone a lot. A lot. So, my wrists might be messed up in a couple of years. We'll see. Point of turn-based. The positive point of turn-based games is that you can really stop whenever it's necessary. Yeah.
The hive cares a little.
You guys seem like you'd like Space Station 13. What's that? Space Station 13. Does that mean
Whoever said that in chat, I have two words for you. Honk honk.
Hong Kong?
Yeah, it was all like Parsec was completely frozen.
Oh yeah.
I realized I hadn't closed Teams in the background, and I was getting messages, and I guess because reasons that caused a hiccup.
I actually think my internet, something happened to it. I think I disconnected for a second. Chat, is the stream still going?
Yeah,
'Cause I think it is.
Phoenix, that's a good point, but we are at war with the Hisho. We do not have the luxury of waiting to organize the fleet. They've already taken one of our systems, so unfortunately, we're in a bit of a rush.
Stream stopped just when you said honk honk. Sorry, I think there was just I don't know, something, just a nice little spike in my internet. It's good now. It paused. Yes. Honk honk, such strong words. The Hisho
Anybody who knows about the Space Station 13 will probably know what I was referring to there.
What's Space Station
And-
13 all about?
And as I was saying, but you probably didn't hear it because of the internet, there should be a third word to that, but I'm not sure I can say that on Twitch without somebody getting upset at us.
Oh, okay. My internet also has, yeah, every once in a while you get that. I remember Space Station 13 from a YouTube channel. All right. We have Etienne Bayul in the chat. Hey there, folks. What's up?
Hey,
What's up,
Etienne.
man? We're just talking about Space Station 13. Okay, so what is Space Station 13? Is it like a sim
God,
game
how
or
do-
something like that?
How do you even describe Space Station 13? I think chat, you will have to help me out here because I would need so much of my brain power to think of how to describe that well, that the gameplay would grind to a halt.
Yeah. Twitch anticipated the next word and bleeped you. Yeah, exactly. Twitch is just like censoring us. I feel like Among Us has its DNA rooted in SS13. Would you say that's accurate, Steph?
I can see some, I
All
guess.
right.
Like,
When I play this faction, I only. Oh, you only buy military units. You don't produce them. Is that what you're saying? Buy. Yes. Okay. Honk honk. Uh-oh, someone disconnect them quick. Yeah, yeah. We have somebody watching us at all times. Disconnect. It's a bit of a freeform mafia type game. Ah. So it's all multiplayer?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, what was I? Corner. Where even is Corner? Ah, right. That's here. We do have a fleet already on the way, so I think I can afford building some actual economic buildings now.
Picture Among Us with dozens of different roles that have wildly different mechanics on a ship that's on the verge of killing everyone on board. That sounds awesome, honestly. It sounds like Among Us is like a simplified version, perhaps. That sounds cool. I love games like that.
Let's throw the he show into a bit of chaos.
Topple their government. Topple the nest. Hong Kong, yeah. Among Us is just mafia with matchmaking. Yeah, it's true. It's fun. If you get a crew together and your friends are as traitorous and lyingy like mine, it's a good time. Lyingy. That's a word. Pacifist dictatorship he show.
I should really put together like a Discord server or something where I can put some people in for multiplayer games of either PC games or just using Tabletop Simulator to play some games, because there's a lot of board games that have the whole betrayal thing as well that are very good.
Yeah. What's like the sort of best one that you've played or heard of that uses that sort of thing?
I hear Betrayal at House on the Hill is very good
Okay.
and has some of that going on, but not necessarily. And wait, where's Gyazar? Oh, over here. And I tried Nemesis, which is very reminiscent of the Alien franchise.
Okay.
But they don't have the license, so it's not called Aliens.
Right.
Xenomorph.
Yeah.
But and that one is, there's only like one out of the objectives is kill somebody else, I think.
Yeah.
But there's definitely
there's just a bunch.
There's like you have, the core objective of the game is we have this weird alien on board, and there's all kinds of mechanical, technical problems with the ship, and we need to survive. But everybody, in the default game mode, like there's a separate cooperative game mode that's a bit easier for like first-time players. But in the default game mode, everybody draws 2 objectives, and some of them might say, oh, you need to survive, but the ship needs to be destroyed, or oh, make sure player 3 is dead, or something like that. And
Right.
so there's stuff like, let's say you have the, make sure player 3 is dead at the end of the game, victory condition. So you're like, player 3 is in a room with the alien, and like, oh no, I hacked the doors to shut them, to, and you pretend you want to lock in the alien, but in reality, you want to lock in the alien with player 3 so that
Right.
it kills him.
Right. Right. I enjoy ones that have complicated mechanics, lots of setup. The betrayal games work best when they're relatively simple. Okay. Yeah, I like stuff like that.
see if we can make it there.
So how are we doing in the expansion of the Lumeris Empire here?
We did lose that one planet to the Hisho, and
Oh yeah.
it'll take some time to make gains in the opposite direction again, I think. Oh, that reminded me, I never enacted any laws. I probably should do that.
In the Endless Space role-playing game I'm running, the current adventure is a murder mystery on a Horatio space station. The murderer and the victim are both Horatio. Forensic shenanigans ensue. That's amazing. I love that.
We found genetic material as evidence. No, that's the victim. Oh,
Oh, amazing. Honestly, I have no idea how to play this, but I love the idea. Hey, Slamfunk, step in line. Me too. I mean, I know how to play it, but I'm not good at it. But I love
yeah,
it.
you know how to play and knowing how to play well.
Right.
Two different things.
I check for fingerprints. Yeah, there are Horatio fingerprints everywhere. Yeah.
Yep. How are you going to? I mean, I guess if it's clue-like, then it's easy. You know, it was Horatio.
Dragon Gaming in your Cold War against the Hisho. I'm rooting for the Hisho. I guess.
Well, the
I
Cold War
understand.
has gotten hot quite a while ago. It's just that the ships aren't super fast, so they're
Yeah.
not there yet.
I hope that the plot twist is that the bearded Horatio was the murderer. Yeah, whichever one has the beard. Is this? You're very suspicious looking, but I can't put my finger on it.
I think that's just the one Horatio on the entire station with the beard.
Yeah. Horatio has been assassinated by Horatio on the SS Horatio over Horatio Prime. Horatio seems to be after Horatio and Horatio. Yeah, exactly. That sounds amazing, though. Straight up. I love that. So your Horatio role-playing game, do you have like, are you playing with some friends or something like that? How does it work? Twirling his mustache like a proper villain. The end, stroking his beard. A true inner struggle. Yes, exactly. All the best villains have cool facial hair.
I guess that's why you fail to grow any, because you're not a villain.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
gotta
just
be a
the
bad guy.
universe telling you, no, Rogan, you're a good guy.
You're too good.
You're not allowed to grow villainous facial hair.
Right, exactly. What if the Horatio leading the Horatio Empire isn't actually the original Horatio? I mean, I feel like there's a very high possibility of that.
Yeah, I once was talking to Jeff, and I said, I feel that the thing in Horatio society is that, all this subterfuge and backstabbing and all of that,
Yeah.
maybe they're all not actually, necessarily super great at hiding it. But the thing is, everybody knows it's going on.
Yeah.
And if somebody is found out, the only reason to call him out is if you can personally advance your station. If you don't benefit from it, you stay quiet. Because, that's just the way Horatio society works. And nobody wants to put a stop to the backstabbing because they think it's their chance to backstab their way up the ladder.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Alinra, I always got that from it too. But then again, like, yeah, I think I like that idea.
Feel free to
Backstab their way up. Exactly. Exactly. I love this expression. It's like a D&D, but set in the Endless universe. My players are Horatio, diplomat / captain, a Draken pilot / detective, Sophon hacker, a Galvran engineer, and a Valter sharpshooter. They'll soon be joined by a Hisho doctor. That's very cool. That's very, very cool. Cool. So I think we're making our way to the end of
Yeah, I
this
was
stream.
about to say we only have like 5 minutes, right?
Yes. Yes.
Which is probably good because I'm still having some trouble with the with Parsec. It's not as fluid as it was at the start of the
Oh,
stream.
really? Maybe the that sort of hiccup did something. Horatio. I wouldn't like to be joined by a Hisho doctor. You broke her leg. You should do honorable death in battle about it. No, Tomfo, we usually just on Thursdays, we just play our games. Sometimes we play Endless Space 2, sometimes we play Endless Legend or Dungeon of the Endless or our upcoming game, Humankind. Depends on what we're feeling, what's going on. If there's sort of like a playable version of Humankind out there, we'll usually play that. But yeah, we have a regular Thursday stream. So no like super new content that we're playing with or anything like that. Just hanging out with all of you.
Now the tricky question is, can we actually invade this system successfully?
Ooh.
Maybe. $700 versus 200. This might actually work out over the course of a couple of rounds.
So yeah, chat, as I was saying, the next 2 weeks we will, after I explained to you, Tom Foe, that we're live every Thursday, the next 2 weeks we will be taking off. A lot of us are on vacation over here, taking it easy. The calm before the Humankind release storm, I guess. It's going to be a beautiful storm. Yeah, the next 2 weeks we'll be off, rejuvenating, refreshing, and then we'll be back. What's 2 weeks from now? Let's check it out. 20. We have one stream. So the 29th will be our next stream, which is pretty crazy. I'm looking forward to Humankind. Amazing. Amazing. Can we call the storm Lucy? Doing anything fun for your vacation shenanigans? Going to the beach. Hopefully going to
Yeah.
on a nice
For
little
me,
vacation.
it's just as my family used to call it, a balconia.
What's
Or
that, kind of
I
like
guess,
staycation?
yeah, exactly, a staycation.
Yeah, very nice.
I mean, it's gonna be relaxing. Apart from, sometime in the middle of my staycation, a final piece of furniture, a final tall shelf is going to arrive,
Ooh,
so I can finally have a proper place to store all my books and Warhammer stuff.
very nice.
Because
Very,
right now
very
it's in cardboard boxes stacked up against the wall.
Yeah, that'll be nice to be able to just kind of like put it up and have them be there all nice. Yeah, I'm going to the beaches of Portugal. So it's kind of nice being in Europe. You can just kind of zip on over. It's kind of opening up a little bit more. So, yes, everybody, will you be making any of Jeff's cocktails during your vacation? I hope so. I also want to get a katana so I can chop a maraschino cherry in half It's got to be the most dull katana
Classic one, yes.
you can possibly find. Yes, but thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. This was a really fun one. We will see you more near the end of the month, closer and closer to humankind. We appreciate you, and we hope you have a great weekend. We won't see you tomorrow, so make the best of it.
See ya.
Portugal is neat. See you guys later.